Tyranny of the Hatt by Liam Campbell and Clara Lucas. Log 10. Unnecessary tension. Duck was showing D3580 the station, loosely showing him how to shunt the express in place. "They go to platform 1. You know how to read, don't you?" he murmured, not paying close attention to the diesel as he shunted the coaches to platform 3. Forget I said that." He looked at the station clock. "Late again." There was a low horn from behind the station, and Diesel, very slowly, entered the station with Alice and Maribel. The two coaches grumbled dreadfully. "Shut up, will you?" snarled Diesel. "Oi, treat them with respect." "Maybe I will, if they stop grumbling so much. They need to learn how to be seen and not heard. How did you ever deal with them?" "I don't deal with them. They're ladies. They deserve to be treated with respect. Thank you very much." Diesel gritted his teeth, showing fangs under his growl. The passengers, who had been beaten up, departed the coaches. "What a horrible service!" "We're 20 minutes late! That Diesel smells funny!" "Look what you've done!" exclaimed Duck. "You're losing my passengers. Oh boy, you will have a field day with these." "My passengers," corrected Diesel, incorrectly. "No, they are mine. You just wait." "Wait for what? The Fat Controller is perfectly fine with—" "Diesel!" boomed Stephen from across the station. "What's this about arriving late?" he shouted as he paced over to him. "I'm sorry, sir. Some ducks had wandered on my way." He flickered a glance at Duck. "You've been running the service late since you arrived. Are you incapable of pulling passenger services?" "What? No, of course not, sir." "Then why are you constantly running late? I thought you said you could replace that pannier." "What?" Stephen hadn't realized Duck was in the station. He slowly turned around to face the shocked Great Western engine. D3580, meanwhile, had somehow managed to shunt the express coaches between himself on both ends at platform 2. "You're replacing me with him? His top speed is 20. It takes him half an hour to get across the yards, let alone pull a passenger service." Diesel growled, ready to go on a long rant about how revolutionary he was, when Stephen held up his hand for silence. "I will, once I can find a proper engine to replace you with. This Diesel here obviously can't do what I want him to do. I knew they were slow, but never this slow." "But sir, I can do it. I just need the proper upgrade, of course." "An upgrade? Why ever suggest that? You'll be gone soon enough. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I should have read those books." Diesel was fuming. Sir. "Duck, Diesel, you shall be staying in these yards and not leaving." And he turned on his heel back to his office. Diesel grunted and biffed Alice and Maribel hard. "You lay another buffer on them, and I won't hesitate to push you into the sea," cried Duck. "I doubt you would any day," oozed Diesel, wandering away. Duck traversed the station to his coaches. "Are you all right? Did the mean man hurt you?" he asked caringly. "I'm surprised we survived," muttered Alice. "He was horrid, Duck. Rude to the passengers, rude to everyone, really," sobbed Maribel. "Indeed," added Alice. "It's like being in a police state." "Well, you won't have to worry about him any longer." D3579 slithered into the station next to his brother, who had at last managed to shunt the coaches to the correct platform, but having the entire train backwards with the brake coach at the front. The two stared on at Duck, who was fuming with tears streaming down his face. "Are you all right?" asked D3579. "I'm fine," Duck said with gritted teeth. He left for the yards, trying to hold in his tears. Crying, especially in front of others, wasn't the Great Western way. Duck snubbed about the yards, lurking in between sidings and murmuring to himself. He did not take kindly to any engines who approached him, which were mainly the Gronk brothers. Duck made his way through a line of vans. He had almost exited and began to make a transfer to another siding when D3579 came out of nowhere and rolled onto his line. "Keep away!" hissed Duck as he came to an immediate stop and tried to reverse down the siding. "We just want to talk," cried back D3579. "No, not you, not any of you," he barked as he looked for an exit in between the trucks. Alas, there was no escape. All the points had been blocked off by rolling stock. He glumly rolled back forward to D3579 and D3580. What do you want from me? Whimpered Duck. We just want to say sorry about Diesel, replied D3579. Me and D3580 have heard the stories and, well, it's a pleasure to meet you. Right. Stories? Yeah, our driver reads us the stories about you lot back on the mainland. We're fans and you're my favorite character. I even asked for a paintwork like yours even, but it's gotten dirty now. Duck was awestruck. Diesel? A fan of him? He made good friends with Boko, Bear, Derek, Jem, and Salty. But a Diesel who was a fan? The same Diesels who were related to the filthy, dirty, scheming, devious Diesel himself. Thank you, stammered Duck. Thank yous is all yours. Or, something like that, replied D3580. We're sorry about Diesel, went on D3579. Most of the other engines on the other railway don't like him either. They think of him as... He hushed his voice down so that only the other two engines could hear him. A psychotic lunatic. So Diesel isn't well liked over there, eh? Just more of a reason why he's terrible. Well, D3580, I'm sorry we got off on the wrong wheel. Well, I shouldn't have treated you like that. It wasn't great, like me, to do that. Oh, it's fine. D3580 here will probably forget about it anyways. Who are you again? What do you think about starting again? Oh, sure. Hello, I'm D3579. Duck chuckled. And I'm Duck, the Great Western Engine. Does everyone here have such long names, Duck the Great Western Engine? Heavens no. It's like how the passengers have more than one name. Oh, so does that mean my driver has a name that isn't Driver? Yes, everyone has a name. Can I have a name? I don't see why not. Every engine should have a name. Can I be Thomas? Duck chuckled. We already have a Thomas, and I think he'd kill you if someone had the same name. Herabilt. Duck thought of the little Sudrian dialect he knew. He knew it wasn't a lot, and he barely remembered a lot of the definitions. He stared at the engine, thinking it over. Herabilt Paxton. Paxton? I like it. How about me? Cindy? Who's Cindy? You silly!